Bonjour et bienvenue à la leçon Agnès. Comment tu es? Parfait. Es-tu charme? Es-tu magnifique? Es-tu pas trop mal? Es-tu malheureux ou malheureuse? Es-tu lassé? Es-tu triste? Es-tu marré? Agnès, sommes à apprendre. So today we're learning the names and some of the nicknames of the parishes in Jersey, and we're going to learn how to ask and answer the question, where do you live? Wectyd Myrdd, where do you live? Wectyd Myrdd in Geria, as you can see, means where do you live? Now, it's quite a difficult phrase to say, so you need to listen carefully to how we pronounce it. The O and the U, because they are followed by an E, they give us that W sound again. So we say we, and then we put the K on to the end of that, so wek. Écoute et répète, wek. And then we put the tu and the de together to make tud. Wek tud. Écoute et répète. Wek tud. And then the last bit we say myrdd. So if we put it all together, we get Wectyd Myrdd. Écoute et répète. Wectyd Myrdd. Nesha la carte Jersey. Here is a map of Jersey. In Geria, Jersey is called Jery. You can see the parishes, les pâraisses. Now, in answer to the question, Wectyd Myrdd, we say Jed Myrdd. I live. Jed Myrdd. Écoute et répète. Jed Myrdd. Parfait. Now, depending on what we're going to say next, we either use en or a, meaning in. Both of those words mean in. So if we were going to say I live in Jersey, we would use one of them. But if we were going to say a bit more specific, we're going to live in a particular place, we would use a. Dans. Wectyd Myrdd. Jed Myrdd en Jery. Where do you live? I live in Jersey. Aqua fait, écoute et répète. Wectyd Myrdd. Jed Myrdd en Jery. Parfait. Dans. Ashta, nous allons alors apprendre les noms de les pâraisses. So now we're going to look at and learn the Geria names for the parishes. Dans. Écoute et répète au premier. Saint-Ouen. Sainte-Marie. Saint-Jean. La Trinité. Saint-Martin. Saint-Sauveur. Grouville. Saint-Pierre. Saint-Brelade, Saint-Loivin, Saint-Quiemont, Saint-Hélier. Okay, so there's a few things there that we need to look at. So for example, in La Trinte, see I nearly made the mistake there, we don't pronounce the middle E, so it's La Trinte. Now with St. Martin, Saint Martin, we've got the I with the circumflex, with the little hat on it. So that gives us that nasal sound, that eh sound. So Saint Martin. With Saint Loivin, St. Lawrence, again, you can see that we've got three vowels, O, U, followed by an O. And that gives us that W sound again, similar to when we say bonjour. So it's a bit of a tongue twister, Saint Loivin. Okay, and finally with St. Clement, Saint Quiemont, we've got the L and the I next to each other. And remember in Gerrier, that gives us the Y sound, Saint Quiemont. Donc, parfait. Wek tu demeures? Je demeure à Saint-Ouen. Where do you live? I live in Saint-Ouen. Notice we're using the different version. We're not using on this time. We're using à. Écoute et répète. Où est-ce que tu demeures? Je demeure à Saint-Ouen. Parfait. But we can also add them together. Écoute et répète. Où est-ce que tu demeures? Je demeure à Saint-Ouen, en Géry. Parfait, tout le monde. Now we're going to practice the question and I want you to respond. Opprimé. Où est-ce que tu demeures? Parfait. Mais je demeure à Saint-Ouen, en Géry. Donc, now we're going to look at some of the parishes that have rather strange nicknames in Géry. And this is a bit of fun, really, so that you know a little bit about the culture of the island that you live in. So, Saint-Quiémontais and Grouvillers are known as les Enfouchis, which means the smoky ones. And this stems back to when people in the east used to go and collect the vrac and burn it on the slipways to make fertiliser. And obviously that created a lot of smoke. So they became known as les Enfouchis, the smoky ones. People in Saint-Brelade are known as les Carpelleurs, which means the caterpillars. But nobody can explain how they got that name. Now you'll like this one. People from St. Helier are known as les Villers, which means the townies. However, before that, historically, they were also known as les Quichards, which means the ones with diarrhea, la quiche. And that was due to the poor sanitation in the 19th century, when it was common to drink cider instead of water in order to avoid becoming ill. Saint-Loivache, well, they unfortunately don't have a nickname. Saint-Jeannet, Saint-Martinet and Les Trintés are known as les Nordiens, or the Northerners. Saint-Mathieu, are known as les bordellos. And bordello are baked apples wrapped in pastry. Sometimes they're also called the dumplings, because they look a little bit like dumplings. Not very flattering. Saint-Pierre are known as les ventres à bénis, which means the limpet bellies. Now apparently this is because the parish has two very small sections of coast which it sticks to like limpets. Saint-Ouen are known as les gris ventres, which means the grey bellies, because men in the parish used to wear jumpers made of undyed wool, which was grey, as opposed to those around the rest of the islands who wore blue jumpers. Saint-Sauveur, unfortunately, they don't have a nickname. Okay, so now that's the end of today's lesson, but you can follow up by doing some activities online by going to our website, www.learngerrier.org.je, and on my lesson there, lesson 2, term 3, there'll be some activities that you can try and a worksheet that you can download and have a go, print out and have a go at. Merci Barefé pour Ragné. Merci Barefé pour écoute. À bientôt. À la prochaine.